Now, very often in such sessions of dhikr, in the Zawiyah, the spiritual seeker will use, as a form of invocation, one or all of the 99 names of God taught by the Prophet, and most of which appear in the Quran. Some of these are known as the names of beauty, while others are known as the name of majesty. They divide more or less into these two, which corresponds also to the earlier distinction between the divine transcendence, the divine immanence. Jamal means beauty. Jalal means majesty. Two different aspects of divinity. So the names of beauty include things like God as the loving kind, the source of peace, the generous, and so forth. And the Jalal are names such as the overwhelming, the omnipotent, the judge, names such as that. Now, medieval Muslims looked at these 99 names and they saw that each of them, or the invocation of each of them, could have a demonstrable spiritual effect on those who used them as formulas of dhikr. So, for instance, they said that reciting the divine name Al-Latif, which means like the subtle or the kind, will help to stabilize the seeker's spiritual faculties. So if somebody is in a very unsteady spiritual state, commonly the prescription will be to recite this particular divine name. We're also told that reciting the divine name Al-Qayyum, Quranic name of God meaning the self-subsistent, attaches one to the protection and universal providence of God. So if your sense of God's providence seems to be attenuated, God seems unnecessarily or strangely distant, the recitation of this word can help. To chant Al-Hafiz, the preserver or the protector, will help to preserve any spiritual state that you might have been granted, and so on. Very elaborate theory about the spiritual properties of each of the divine names. They also said that some very powerful names, particularly some of the names of majesty, simply should not be used by beginners because they're simply too hot, too powerful. Although it said that some very advanced saints can recite them under certain closely determined conditions.